Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cricket Wicket, and with the IPL starting in a few days, today I'll be giving you all the last minute information you would need before gearing up for the action. Let's start from the replacements and important announcement each franchise has made. RCB have roped in Michael Bracewell, a batting all-rounder, for 1 crores in replacement for Will Jacks, who they had bought for 3.2 crores. Michael Bracewell, a left-hander who can give 2-3 overs consistently, will be primarily in the side as a backup in case something happens to Glenn Maxwell. Josh Hazlewood also is suffering from an Achilles tendonitis. Due to this injury, Hazlewood is unlikely to participate in this tournament. This might see Reece Topley getting the nod ahead to be in the starting 11. Rajat Patidar, who had a standout season last year for RCB, averaging over 50 and striking over 150, can possibly miss the first half of the season with a heel injury and is currently undergoing rehab at the NCA. Moving to KKR, Shreyas Iyer will miss the majority of the tournament without any known return date for his comeback. Shreyas Iyer was the captain of KKR and was suffering from back issues for a couple of months now, whose final resort might be to have surgery. Due to this, Nitish Rana has been announced as a stand-in captain until Shreyas Iyer returns, which doesn't look likely this season. Punjab have been met with a big blow as Johnny Bairstow, who was bought for 6.75 crores, was ruled out as he's still recovering from a leg injury, but they've gotten an excellent replacement in Matt Short, who was the player of the tournament in the recently concluded BBL for his 458 runs and 11 wickets. So in him, they have another bowling option in the top order. Punjab have also announced their new captain in Shikhar Dhawan after dropping Mayank Agarwal from their side. Shikhar brings a lot of experience and was their highest run getter last season, so he will definitely cherish this opportunity. CSK's rising fast bowling sensation Mukesh Chaudhary, who picked up 16 wickets, though at a rather expensive rate, will miss at least the starting part of IPL as he's undergoing rehab at the NCA after getting a back injury. Furthermore, the tall and lanky Kyle Jamieson, who I thought was bought for a steal of 1 crores, has been replaced with Sisanda Mangala due to a lower back stress fracture. Mangala had a fantastic season in South Africa's T20 League, but was not in the best of forms in the recently concluded T20 series against West Indies, conceding 67 runs in the second match. So it'll be interesting to see if he can deliver a comeback in his maiden IPL season. Delhi has a new captain in David Warner after Rishabh Pant was ruled out of the tournament after being in a fatal car crash and is currently on the road to recovery. David Warner and captaincy has long been on the cards for Australia in the recent past, so it's good to see him finally getting a chance to be a captain. Rajasthan's lead Indian pacer last season and someone they invested heavily in, Prasidh Krishna, who was bought for 10 crores, was ruled out due to a stress fracture, and Sandeep Sharma will be replacing him. That was a massive blow for Rajasthan as Prasidh Krishna picked up 19 wickets and was bowling very well in tandem with Trent Boult last season. Sandeep Sharma is a veteran, but his performances have fallen off in the past few seasons, so how Rajasthan copes up with this blow will be interesting to see. Baba Bala, how much is this 10 crores in dollars? Must be a few $1,000s only.
No, beta, it's around $1.2 million.
What? $1.2 million? They earn that much money? Well, I don't even earn money.
Because you do it out of your passion, right?
Yes, that's true. Mumbai will be without Jasprit Bumrah for the first time since 2013 when he was first introduced to the league. Bumrah last played a match for India on September 25, and whenever there is news that he will be playing soon, something happens to ensure that his injury catches back up with him, so it's pretty unfortunate news for him. Additionally, Mumbai will be without the services of Jai Richardson, who has recently undergone a surgery to get rid of his hamstring problem. And without these two star pacers, Mumbai's fast bowling department looks very bleak and will be heavily dependent on Jofra Archer.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Mumbai has not yet named any replacement for these two players, so don't be surprised if you see my name. SRH also have a new captain in Aiden Markram after dropping Kane Williamson from their side. Markram has recently been promoted to South Africa's captain role and also led the Sunrisers Eastern Capes to their maiden title in South Africa's T20 leagues. So clearly selectors are seeing something in him that makes him an attractive captain pick. So the SRH selectors will be hoping that he can lead the team to the title just like he did for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. For Lucknow, their upcoming rising star Mohsin Khan will miss the majority of IPL 2023 with a shoulder injury. Mohsin Khan, I thought, was the most impressive uncapped Indian pacer last season, picking 14 wickets at an economy of below 6. So now a lot of pressure will be on Avesh Khan to deliver. Now moving on to the new rules implemented. The first is the announcement of the playing 11 after the toss. In the past few seasons, the captain would write their lineup on a piece of sheet which they announced before the toss took place. Now the captains would bring 2 sheets with 2 different playing 11s, one if you're batting first and one if you're bowling first. This allows sides to put on their best 11 according to the conditions and scenarios they're playing with, which might also negate the due factor. Now on those sheets, you also have to write 4 impact players, which brings me to the second rule. The impact rule is basically a substitute player. So each side will need to announce 4 substitutes, of which they can only use 1. The 4 substitute players have to be Indian unless you're starting with only 3 overseas players, because remember, you can only use 4 overseas players in a match. You can bring on the substitute at any time, and the person the substitute is replacing can no longer take part of the match even as a fielder. This way you can say that the role and value of all-rounders is taken away, as you can have 2 specialists doing the respective roles rather than having 1 player doing both jobs. The function of the impact player can vary. Let's say that a team lost quick wickets in succession. Now they can replace an Indian batsman who had already got out with another batsman, bringing more depth in their batting. So this rule can be used in various scenarios. The next rule I thought was very important, as it emphasizes finishing innings on time. Too often we have seen IPL matches ending up lasting 4 or 5 hours, and then my parents to force me to sleep on time, can't even watch the full match. So now, if you have not finished your overs by the scheduled close time of the innings, from that over onwards, 1 more fielder will have to be brought in the inner circle. This will push the captains to speed proceedings up between overs and ensure that kids like me don't suffer the consequences. Another rule is that if fielders move unfairly when they're not supposed to move, for example when the bowler has started his run up, that will result in a deduction of 5 runs. Generally, you're only allowed to move front as the bowlers start bowling. So if you suddenly move to the right or left, it's a no-no, as you will be penalized. So that's it for today's video. Get ready for an action-packed 2 months, as entertainment is guaranteed. Don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Tata and adios.